important part with tumbling. It is cumulative. Say it with me, cumulative. Running and standing tumbling is a cumulative score. So when you hear us say at the OASSA, you have to have 75% of your team perform a said skill within that range to get in that range. That could be from the very beginning to the very end of your routine. Nothing is required for 75% to perform the same skill at the same time. They could be at the very beginning of your routine, somewhere in the middle, and then right before the last boom of your music at the end of the routine, if that's how your routine is laid out. You will keep ticking the number of skills that you see performed to get to what that 75% will be. Now, you have to have 75% within that said skill range in order to tap into that area. What if you have more skills that are above it? Should you throw it? Of course you should. There's also an overall score that those tumbling judges, as well as overall judges, are looking for. So make sure that you are performing at least 75% of your team doing skills within that entire routine to get in those brackets. But Trisha, we don't have a whole lot of tumbling. What are we supposed to do? I only have 12 on the floor and 4 tumble. Well, use those 4 tumbles to the best of their ability to make sure you get into those ranges. I'm going to show you what that cheat sheet looks like in just a second. Say you need to get that cheat sheet. You want it with you 24/7. You can find it on the website at oassa.org, as well as the rubric that'll tell you what skills you need in that 75% to be able to get within that specific range. Now, the depth of the range is allowing that tumbling judge to see if you have more skills or the team that goes against you has more skills and gives you that wiggle room in there to score appropriately. That will be for running tumbling and standing tumbling. Now, let's talk about running tumbling, because some of you had said, where does this qualify? You sent videos and said, how about this side aerial? Is that running or standing? How about, this front walkover? Is it running or standing? The definition by OASSA of running tumbling is forward movement. Power hurdle, 1 step, 2 step, running, that forward movement where the foot comes off the ground to move in any direction forward, right? Side, corners, that's going to be considered running tumbling. Some of you had said, what about this cartwheel? If that foot lifts off the ground from that lunge to step forward, you've now stepped into that tumbling. If you're holding the skill and it goes forward, say that cartwheel, you're already in a lunge, no foot comes up to come back down, that would be considered standing tumbling. So again, the feet placement, how they move, and it's important because our athletes are going to be high adrenaline. They're going to be excited. It is natural. Make sure that you review film, watch your routine a couple of times over to see if Susie or Johnny have that extra little momentum, because it could be considered running tumbling versus standing tumbling if we add any of that forward momentum, or even the dip of a power hurdle, right? That's going to have you moving forward. So that will separate how running tumbling is scored different than standing. New cartwheel tucks are only